What's up, my friends? Welcome to DiffeRant Jeff's Live to discuss Sister Wives Season 9 and everything else in the world. Well, not everything, but many things, plenty of things. First of all, I just finished filming a 90 Day Fiance parody, and I don't know if you can notice. You notice, guys, notice anything funny about my face right now? My lips, right? They look a little weird to you guys? Anyway, my wife loaned me or gave me some because I told her I was running. She gave me one tube of lipstick like 2 years ago, and literally it's the only lipstick I use for like a couple characters for like Suki and Jenny and like some characters I do, but I don't use it a lot. And it's down to like a little nub. And so my wife so generously gifted me some old lipsticks that she had. And so I'm doing Sophie. I don't know if you guys know the character Sophie in 90 Day Fiance. So I just finished a quick short and I put like so much on, like so much. It was this dark purple, like literally it was like my lip, like made my lips like this big. I was only in character for like 3 minutes, right? And I go to wipe my lips off, and like I can't seem to like fully get it off. So I don't know. Hopefully it goes away. But I was like, what did you give me? So I feel like my lips look like extra red. And of course I have an audition tomorrow, so I'm like gonna freak out that I'm like I look like a freak right now, probably, but. Anyways, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing pretty well. We have begun the Sister Wives Season 9 rewatch. I've been looking forward to this. Honestly, the new season of Sister Wives Season 20 was great. It was really good for the channel. At the peak, we had a month where we gained 282 subscribers in the month of January, which was a lot. And I started making like numbers in my mind. I'm like, oh, if we can keep this rate up, we'll be at this by the end of the year. And so now we've already started to like taper down. It's just the way it goes. I have enough experience with this now that I get this is how it goes. You know, when the new season ends, usually things tend to like taper off as far as new eyeballs and viewers and stuff. So I am really like racking my brain on how to continue getting the channel to grow. But I am actually, even though the new season had some fun points, it was kind of tiring because those tell-alls, you guys don't know what it's like when I'm sitting at the computer here editing, but like doing a parody for a tell-all. Ooh, oh my goodness. Doing a parody for a tell-all is like weirdly really hard because you just have these people talking in different places and you have to kind of like cut it together and stuff. So I'm just like, so I started watching season 9 on Sunday or Monday. I forget which day I watched. Here's a quick thing about the so I don't know what streaming service has all of the episodes. Okay, I have Verizon. My cable service is Verizon, and so I've been watching all of can't get over my freaking red lips. I hear that coffee can get rid of stubborn makeup. I'm gonna get a freaking Brillo sponge and some coffee and rub my lips. Anyway, I've been watching all of my Sister Wives back catalog stuff on my Verizon cable for free. And then once in a while, there'll be an episode that's not included in the free, which pisses me off because I want to cover every single episode. Every once in a while, I've missed a single episode. But pretty much, if you don't know already, I have covered every single back catalog episode from season 1 through season 8. And now we're starting season 9. Anyway, so I go to watch season 9, episode 1. I'm all excited. I got my notepad ready to take notes. I'm going to be the best parody guy ever. I'm going to really, really do a good job. And Verizon doesn't carry episodes 1 or 3. And I'm like, what the? Come on, man. Like, why? Like, are they in that high demand that they're going to try to entice someone to like buy some external service? So I thought about it, and my wife and I looked at each other, and she was like, don't buy it. Don't buy it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to see what I can do. So I heard that Sister Wives is on Hulu. So I was like, I'm doing this. This is my passion. This is my career. I want to cover every episode. I don't want to miss the first episode of the season. This is really important to me. So I decided to take a membership on Hulu, which is $12.99 a month. And well, obviously I'm going to like cancel the membership as soon as I can. But so I get the membership on Hulu. I log in, get my notebook ready. I got my snacks. I'm ready. And Hulu doesn't have season 9. So it's just like funny. It's annoying. You know, it's the universe telling me, relax, Jeff. You don't have to cover every single episode. You don't have to cover every single moment. In fact, you guys will be saved if I spare you some of that crap. So long story short, I don't have access to season 9, episode 1. So I started with season 9, episode 2. And you saw yesterday I posted a short of Cody talking passionately about wrestling. So honestly, I think it's fine, and I'm not going to go back on it. But if anybody has any scoops, any tea, anything you want to share about season 9, episode 1, did anything interesting happen in that episode, drop a comment, and we can discuss. But otherwise, basically, I just want to talk a little bit about it. So the reason I'm doing this is, I have this like OCD that I'm going to cover every single episode of Sister Wives. It's like my mission in life. I am going to parody every single episode of Sister Wives. I don't care. I've even done the math. Sometimes I can't sleep and I lay awake and I'm like laying there in bed and I'm thinking, well, Sister Wives is the main driver of my channel right now. So as long as I'm doing something Sister Wives every week, I should, be able to like keep my channel monetized and hopefully, Oh, by the way, guys, if you have any extra money, you want to become a channel member, this is the time to do it, because the views are going to start to taper off. And membership is really the best way to support a channel. You could do tips, you could do Patreon, but channel memberships are really just like a really great, easy way. If you could just click join. I have a couple different tiers. I offer different perks. It really does help a lot. When I've been like studying YouTube and the ways to succeed, the truth is I need to have like 30, 40,000 subscribers before I can like adequately support my family, or even come close. That's really still not going to be enough. But if you gain a lot of memberships, then it starts to tip the scale, and then you can kind of be like, all right, well, maybe we can kind of bridge the gap. So no hard pressure, but if anybody can, I think we have 17 members right now. I love you guys. And I have a couple people on Patreon. I love you guys so much. You mean the world to me. Thank you very much. All right. So let's talk about this. Okay. Let's talk about this. So the first thing that I covered in this week, so a new parody is coming out later this week, probably Saturday. We'll see. A season 9 full parody, and I love it. It's such a relief to be doing a season where everybody is together. And I know it's not what's happening in present day. By the way, does anybody have any scoops if the show is canceled or not? I keep hearing like mixed rumors, but I have heard people say that they're filming content for season 21. But I've also heard people say that it's canceled, but I can't find any concrete proof that it's canceled. I just hear it's like rumors and mutterings. It's tricky, man. Honestly, like I don't want the show to ever be canceled. And I looked it up. Nielsen ratings. That's the ratings of how much viewership each video gets. Sister Wives is still TLC's basically best show. So how could you cancel your best show? Yes, the family is totally separated. It's not even. So they have to almost change the name. And if they change the name to the Robin and Cody Show or something, obviously like they're going to lose a ton of viewers. They have to keep that branding, the Sister Wives branding. So anyways, I'm absolutely hoping that the show is not canceled. I hope it's never canceled because I enjoy being a part of it. And I think I will tell you guys, I've been doing YouTube for 5.5 years, and I started out making 1 video a week, and then I got to play. There are times where I made 9 videos a week. I'm a total nut. I have 1,200 videos on my channel and counting. If you want to check out the back catalog, I did probably 800 videos before I started doing TV parodies. But it's the Sister Wives fan base is something very special. I've tried to do other shows. I did Oak Island. I'm working on 90 Day Fiance. I've done other shows. I can't think off the top of my head, but Sister Wives has a very special fan base, and that is just something that you just can't recapture. So if I need to keep connected to that fan base, because that's why this channel has a little pulse of life in it right now, because of you guys, seriously. So thank you so much. So let's talk about this episode a little bit. If you guys enjoy this, I'll try to do 1 live every week to talk about season 9. And if this falls flat and gets no love, then I'll probably just, stick to doing my parodies and doing what I do. But I wanted to see if there was a way to involve the community a little bit more in the rewatch, because I think it's kind of fun to go back together with people. Everybody has lots of opinions about Sister Wives. And if you didn't know, I have never seen seasons 9 through 18. So there is a massive gap in my Sister Wives wisdom, which shows itself very often. You see those papers back there on that music stand, guys? I got a decent size audition tomorrow. I got 1 day to prepare. So instead of preparing my audition, I'm doing this because this is, honestly, I love this channel so much. I love you guys. Anyway, I got an audition. I'm going to the city tomorrow. So give me a little fingers crossed. Wish me luck. It's for a play. It's to understudy. It's not a huge deal. I did an understudy of a play last year, but it would be awesome if I could book it because it would really help the family out. So say a prayer, keep a finger crossed, whatever. I always pray every night for like a big wave of prosperity to come my way. And honestly, like what would make me, I want to be in movies. I would love to be on TV. I would love to have starring roles on Broadway. I know I'm capable of it, but when I'm laying there at night, last night I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about all the possible permutations of what could happen in life and like worrying about being a dad and supporting my family and everything and being an actor and being an artist and what that means and trying to support your family as an artist and sticking to your guns as an artist. It's treacherous. But this is how I'm wired. And, you might see me working at the hardware store one of these days soon or, doing something, to survive for cash. But right now, but what was I going to say about that? Damn it. Lost my train of thought. It was a good point. I was making a good point. I was getting to something good there. Anyways, what I was thinking is, I know what it was. Okay. When I pray for prosperity at night, a wave of prosperity, I pray that my channel will grow exponentially larger. I feel like I've earned it. I feel like I'll be able to handle it. Sometimes it's like, you don't wish for that. You may not be ready. You may not want it. But I'm in my late 40s, guys. I've been an actor, committed to being an actor since I was in 5th grade. I've been professionally acting for 25 years plus 25, and I need a big break. And and the best break I could get would be this channel growing exponentially because I love this channel. I have control. I get to do what I want. And the people who come to be with me here, they like what I'm doing. You guys like me and I like you guys. Okay. So anyway, that's a lot. This is 11 minutes. I didn't even get to talking about season 9 yet. Boo, I fail. How's my red lips looking? What would you guys do if I started this live stream and I had like lip injections? I was like, hey guys, I heard that fake lips is the way to break in. So I bet you if I got fake lips, I'd become like a more like popular. I hate plastic surgery and facial surgeries and all this crap. I hate it. Sorry, I hate fake lips and vanity surgeries and nose jobs just to look good. I mean, it's like, it's a big pet peeve of mine. All right, let's talk about season 9 for a little bit. Okay. This season 9, episode 2, which is where I'm starting the season, it starts off with a relatively tense but interesting scene with Cody, Robin, and Mary at the forefront. I think Janelle and Christina are there as well, but they didn't say a word. They're just kind of sitting there like, and it's the scene where Mary starts the conversation off awkwardly. Man, Mary looks so different in season 9, by the way, than she does now. Everybody looks different. Actually, everybody looks very different. I mean, Robin looks so different. They all, it makes sense. People age. But, and they're discussing adopting Robin's kids. And Mary goes through a little emotional thing about how the legal divorce and she's like, well, your father and I still love each other. And in my parody, I have her like, we do, right? We do, right? It's like, what is looming? If you guys know, post in the comments and let me know, when does the catfishing thing start? Hey, Melissa, thank you so much. The fish market's in town. Yeah, it is. Oh, it is. It's everywhere. Everywhere you turn. Even people, it's like, okay, you could argue that if you're trying to be like some fancy, glamorous model, you need fake lips. Okay, maybe. I still think no. I'm all about natural beauty. But like you see random people in town. Like I walk around town, go to the grocery store, you see these young girls with it. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, man, don't get me started on that. Thanks for stopping by the way, and for commenting. Nice to see you. And thanks for being a member. You're the best. Yeah, so this starts out. When does the catfishing thing start is my question, because I'm pretty sure it starts in season 10, I believe. But I'm watching it and I'm like looking at Mary. She seems very detached. Obviously, this is an emotional thing. She's doing the legal divorce. This is heavy stuff. But this is a really big turning point in the Mary arc, and it's a big turning point in the I think in the Robin arc. I noticed some things I wanted to discuss just a little bit about Robin and her controlling. She still seems to be. Robin's still in her, loving and wanting to be a part of things era here too. I think she's still trying really hard, but I noticed a couple things. It's not canceled. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Thank you so much. That's what I needed to hear. So if things hold up, then that'll probably start. I'm assuming in the fall. That's usually when the new season comes up. So we're gonna fight through these back catalog. And I'm doing 90 Day Fiance. I'm going to put a little more energy into 90 Day Fiance because 90 Day Fiance is like, it's like a boss battle. If you look like video games, I feel like Sister Wives is like a really good boss, but I have like 200 something. Oh, it is season 10. All right. Awesome. I can't wait to get to that. So we got to work through this. So I'm looking at Mary and I'm like, you could just see, this is like starting to, oh, thank you. I did. I'll tell you what I did today. I love doing 90 Day Fiance. I love the show 90 Day Fiance. It's a little bit more entertaining to me than Sister Wives as far as watching, because there's just characters. It's a little bit more ridiculous. Sister Wives is totally a different animal, but I love having multiple streams of things. But it's a lot of work, guys. I'm planning to do the new season of Love is Blind, which actually we're going to watch the first episode of today. Season, what is it? 10, 11. I forget what the new season is that just started being just aired on Netflix today. I don't love Love is Blind that much, but it's amusing and it's an audience that I really want to try to capture. It's a very different audience. So I invite you guys to watch Love is Blind with me. I'm going to try my best they're going to be a little shorter, my parodies, because honestly, it's like Gen Z or like whatever the younger generation is there. I read something that they have a 4 times faster click rate when they're looking at and scrolling, whereas us old folks here, we scroll. My little guy's outside the door. I can hear him. But anyway, so I have to try to make different stuff. You have to make different things for 90 Day Fiance, and I know now how to make stuff for Sister Wives, which is awesome. It feels great. And like I said, I'm very excited to put these parodies out from season 9. It's such a relief. Everybody's together. There's so many funny things. But we got stuff with Robin. This is like, how messy is my office, by the way, guys? I don't know if I'm ADD. Maybe just like a little. I don't think I'm like super bad, but I've never been diagnosed. But definitely like, I'm always like, what I do is I'm always like thinking of what other people are thinking while I'm thinking. So it's like the double think. Does everybody else do that too? Maybe everybody does that. You think this is permanent, guys? Am I deformed forever? I'm gonna go to this audition tomorrow. They're gonna be like, Jeff looks different. Hey V-Ball, thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. If you got let me know, guys. You don't have to answer me now, but if you guys enjoy this like weekly chat, midday type of thing, I don't know if I'll be able to keep it up on the same schedule. It depends on what happens. I always you get an audition and you immediately your brain starts imagining, oh, I already got it. I start counting money. It's just so hard not to jump ahead. But anyways, just back to Sister Wives. So, okay. So, I'm all over the place. Wow. Drinking coffee. I'm not that hyper, but I'm a little bit hyped up because I have a lot of stuff to do today. I got a lot to practice. Very limited amount of time. I got 3 scenes for this audition tomorrow. It's a final callback. They called me right into the final callback, which is awesome. That's a compliment. It's people I worked with once before, so they already know me. I haven't had a lot of auditions. I had 2 auditions in the last 5 months. So when you get an audition, all hands on deck, you got to get going. And I like to be memorized. You don't have to be memorized, but I have 6 pages back there. That's 3 pages of a monologue and 1 page of a 3-page scene. And I have to basically memorize that. And I have to go to the dentist later today, having issues with one of my teeth. Oh my gosh, guys, there's a lot going on right now. And it's just funny how it all times out, but it's exciting. And generally I'm very happy. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It would be a relatively short gig. It's a perfect kind of gig. Actually, it would be like a 2-month gig. I'll still keep my channel rocking. I'll never eat. If you guys were with me last year, I did an off-Broadway play from January through late April. And that's 6 days a week going into the city, 3.5 hours a day commuting. And I didn't skip a beat. In fact, I was doing a lot of Meghan Markle parodies. I think there was a week where I did 7 Meghan Markle parodies in a week. And I brought my computer. Well, that's the only thing about being an understudy. You sit in the dressing room, which I would rather be on stage. But, it's all what is God's plan? Just going to follow. I hope to do God's will, not try to force my will on things and just try to go. Anyways, I was trying to say something about 90 Day, but I can't seem to keep one straight thought. What I'm saying is I filmed, sorry, little crud. It's going from sub-zero to 50s in the next week in the Northeast. It's very bizarre. You can see all the birds and the squirrels outside are really going around. Thank you guys, by the way, for starting, for stopping by. I got 11 people watching right now. That's awesome. That's a very good turnout for a live stream. That makes me happy. So, oh man, there's so many things I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see all the crap that I look at on my desk. I got a Fozzie Bear mug right here that I had when I was a kid. Love Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear was my guy. And I would be drinking my coffee out of that, except it's corroded. There's crack and the glue that my mom used to fix it when I was a kid. You can't drink out of it anymore. I got some random trinkets. All right. Anyways, really quick before we get back to Sister Wives, I filmed today a 90 Day Fiance stuff. I filmed Gino just talking to anyone who will listen to him about his past. If you guys saw the new episode of 90 Day The Single Life started on Monday, a new season. Some good stuff, some boring, but Gino is just always good. He's the thing about doing Gino, if you guys don't know Gino, you got to look him up. Gino, 90 Day Fiance. He's the most classic guy, but he is a parody. It's almost too easy. It's kind of like Cody, Cody you can kind of tweak and make him more absurd, but Gino is already so anyway, I did a thing with Gino, and then there's Sophie and Pedro. Is this couple that I kind of felt are kind of funny, and so I did that. Sophie was the one I put the lipstick on that freaking stained my face today. Anyway, so you can look forward to that. I'll try to get one of those out maybe tomorrow if I can. Gosh, there's so much to say, you guys. There's so much to say. I'm trying really hard to make my channel better, and I'm actually using. Don't hate me on this, guys. Some people will love this, some people will hate it. I'm using ChatGPT, which I actually really enjoy using. I'll never use it to help me write anything. I won't even let it give me like suggestions for how to write stuff. But it's like giving me it's helping me understand YouTube's analytics. And that's something that I can't always understand. Like if you'll notice, my thumbnails in the last like maybe 3 weeks have gotten different and better, or I think better. And the click-through rate, CTR, is how many times a person sees your thumbnail and chooses to click on it. And that's the key. If you can get people to click on your thing, then you have a much better chance of growing. And so I'm basically like doing a facelift to my channel. I'm writing better titles, making better thumbnails, doing better descriptions. And I keep like, I'm using this like AI app to like help me understand YouTube better, because you just don't know the algorithm. It's all about the algorithm on YouTube. And so you're just at the mercy of the algorithm. So truly, even after 5.5 years on YouTube, like I don't know how to satisfy the algorithm, but I'm starting to understand it better. And I've kind of made this joke. I'm getting my master's in YouTube right now, using ChatGPT as like my professor almost. Some people hate ChatGPT, and I'm not going to dispute that, but I'll just promise you guys, I tell ChatGPT at the beginning of my session, do not give me an idea. Do not tell me anything. I refuse. I will refuse. If it gives me the best idea in the world that I know is going to be a diamond, I will refuse it. I refuse. And ChatGPT's like, I really respect your standards. And ChatGPT really likes me, guys. Gotta tell you, I have an idea for a feature film. It's called Bad AI, where it's like an AI that's mean to you. Because like I feel like I was like, ChatGPT, are you programmed to be nice to me and keep me on for longer sessions? And it's like, well, as my programming is not to be nice, there is something that's like, oh, whatever. Anyways, what I was gonna say, guys, is thanks, people. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, I agree. I'm all about originality. I refuse. That's like my driving force in life. Is that people like, oh, there's no new ideas out there. I'm like, yes, there are. There's infinite new ideas, and I love that. But main thing I was trying to say is that I've been posting too close together my full frame videos, unfortunately, and so I think the channel's been doing great. But if you don't give a video like 48 hours to breathe, like YouTube won't fully know how to test it. So here is the rub. I want to do 3 shows. Okay, Sister Wives, 90 Day Fiance, and Love is Blind. I also want to do some recaps, because I started doing recaps because that's another one of those larger audiences. I feel like I'm starting to introduce myself as like a recap channel too. I'm not going to quit my parodies. Parodies is my life. That's acting. That's comedy. That's what I want to do. I feel like recaps is like a really good stream also, and it's starting to help a little bit. I noticed some of my recap videos have done just as good as my parody videos. But try to squeeze all those into a week without overlapping, without cannibalizing the previous video. It's just freaking hard. So anyway, that's it. That's it, guys. I'm sorry I'm rambling so much. Let's get back to Sister Wives for a little bit. So what I started to say, I really maybe am crazy ADD, but you know what it is? Whenever you're doing a live stream and there's comments, and I want more, I want a million comments. I love the comments. That's the best part of it. If I have people visiting and commenting, then the live stream is a success. So that's what not because of the algorithm, but just because of like the community. That's what I want. That's why I'm doing this. I don't want to do these. I could do a vlog and just sit here and post and talk and then post it with no one can talk with me. So it's way better that you guys are engaging with me. But what happens, because I guess I get a little excited and I'm like, my brain is like, so many things. Anyway, so man, there's so much crap I want to say. Oh, so I got this audition late last night, like 6:30. That's not late. We go to bed by like so early with the toddler. My little guy's 2.5. He's the best, by the way. And I got this audition, and like I have 1 day to prepare, 1 day. And so I'm like, for me, in order to learn material, I need to have pages, physical pages in my hand. And I need to make annotations and mark it. I probably don't need to be holding this pen anymore. I need things in my hand. I need to make marks. And like, there's a way that my brain works that I can memorize really fast if I do it that way. So I go to print on my printer that I don't use a lot. And there's a paper jam in it. And I look inside, I'm opening the machine up, I'm spazzing. I'm like, gotta get this thing out. It took me an hour just to get the freaking paper jam out. And then I printed the stuff up, and then it was nighttime. I had like low lights. We're getting my little guy for bed. And like, guys, here's a quick moment. Okay, quick parenting moment. I know a lot of you are parents or grandparents or whatever. My little guy, so he's 2.5. Did I mention he's the best? He is so much the best. Although half of the day, he won't even let me touch him lately. He loves his mom so much. But the other half, we're good. He loves me. But like, it's just so funny. Like, he'll wake up. My mom, ooh, that's a slip. My wife will go in there and she'll like be holding him and they'll be like cuddling in the morning in his room. And I'll like walk into the doorway and I'll be like, hey, big guy. And he'll be like, no. And I'm like, you're not ready to see me yet? He's like, no, daddy, no, daddy. I'm like, okay. And I leave the room, but eventually he'll come around. Now that I'm in here, he wants to hang out with me. He likes hanging out with me. All right, guys, enough rambling. Let's get back to Sister Wives. I want more coffee. I need to get a coffee machine in here. I'm trying to drink less coffee lately. All right, so what I was trying to say, what I've tried to start, the sentence I've tried to start, I think at least 10 times now, but I keep rambling like a psycho, is this is the era where I've noticed some of Robin's controlling has started to increase just a little bit. So in this episode, a couple of moments where I saw Robin's controlling were, first of all, with cutting Solomon's hair, which, I mean, dude, Solomon's long hair was so cute. Like, why'd you need to cut it? But then again, he was so cute with the short hair too. Very cute little boy at that stage. She like, it was just interesting how she like was like framing it to make sure that Cody would do what she wanted on that. And then Cody was surprisingly agreeable about cutting Solomon's hair. Another moment about the hair, just quickly, it was like Janelle and Christine were so adamant that Cody's hair is so hot. They love his hair. And then Mary threw in a little snarky joke about, oh, Solomon grows up when he cuts his hair. You know, maybe Cody will cut his hair and he'll grow up. And I was like, ooh, there's something there. And Robin seems like she wants him to cut his hair. This is just funny and interesting little, just little silly stuff. But I love Christine and Janelle's dynamic at this stage. And, but about Robin and her controlling, stay on topic, Jeff. You could do this. I know you could do this. She also, with like the adopting and serving the papers to the ex, very interesting stuff here. This is actually very interesting to me to see how this is going. And Cody wants to adopt the kids, which is really nice. And there's a lot of benefits to that. I get that. And I don't personally fully understand Robin's ex. Was he really a deadbeat, or was he just, okay, so take it from Jeff's perspective, who doesn't really know a lot about Robin's ex. I feel like what I've heard is like he was kind of a deadbeat, but like, what narrative do you trust, guys? Like, how do you know what narrative to trust? It goes on a wider question for the whole world. Can you trust anything? Everybody freaking lies so much. He wasn't. Oh, see, that's good to know. See, this is what I was kind of getting to. It's like, dude, they're on a freaking reality show. They're a polygamous family, and they're like forcing to serve papers to have his kids be adopted. Trust no one. Exactly. Oh my gosh. I wish that lying was not allowed. I can't really lie. I mean, I'm sure I've lied plenty of times in my life, but like I have a very hard time lying. I have a really strong conscience, and I feel like that's what we should all have. And I wish that everybody had it. You see all these people talking here. Even this is the tell-all that we just finished. Sorry. Jiggle, wiggle, jiggle, wiggle, jiggle, wiggle. It's just, who do you trust? But anyway, so they're just pretend for a second that you're, the fans have done a ton of research, and that's the truth. Is people tell me, a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and try to keep me straight on some of this. Pretend you're Robin's ex, okay? But then Robin dropped in the comments like, oh, well, this is going to really help him. It's going to forgive his absent payments that he didn't pay. His child, what did she say? The child, I guess it was like the child payments that he didn't pay and doctor bills and stuff like that. So yeah, that's when she has the Mona Lisa above her toilet, right? So but so maybe he didn't make payments. I don't fully know, so I'm not going to make claims because I don't know, except going off of what they said on the show. But imagine you're this guy, okay, and you're like, my freaking wife is suddenly in the center of a media circus. My ex-wife is in the media circus. She's on a reality show with some guy, and based on what he knows about Cody, he's at least a little bit of a wild man. Okay, he's got 15 kids. He's got freaking a balding hairband head thing that he won't fix. I mean, that's the craziest thing. But wow. Oh, really? Wow. Interesting. So if that's the reason he divorced her, oh man, how could you divorce someone for that? Yeah, I guess the love must not have been there either. I mean, because divorce means you don't get to be with your kids, and it's like, oh man, divorce sucks. But would you divorce someone for a spending problem? I guess if it was crippling you and you couldn't live, you might have to. But then, oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Anyway, I just found that I worked on that in the parody, so hopefully I'll deliver some good jokes on that. But Cody's like, "Oh, I will go nuclear if I need to." Like, what are you going to go nuclear on? Like, this guy, it's give me your kids, man. Just let me have your kids. Just let me have them. Whole thing is just bizarre. But it was the way Robin at the end of this episode, Robin goes to him face to face. She's like, honey, you gotta trust my mother's instinct, okay? And you gotta do what I say here, okay? And she like pulled the mother's instinct card, and like Cody was like, okay, and it's funny. It's like that was just like a little subtle controlling moment that she did in like the guise of like a sweetness and like a loving thing. But we shall see how things develop. Um, Interesting. So, do you guys ever wonder, or do you know, how much money does the Browns family get for being on this reality show? Not talking about cameos, not talking about, outside deals. Like, you just gotta wonder, like, how much money people on 90 Day Fiance get, because none of these people seem to be rich. It's almost like you sign a contract to be on a show and you agree to get nothing. But I know that's not the case. They must be getting something. So it's just crazy. They've been on a reality show for how many years? 20 years, and they're still all seem relative. They get 800,000 a year. Ooh, giving me the tea, the scoops. That's a what? Oh man. Whew, that's tasty. Can you imagine? I mean, I have a lot of kids, but each individual one gets it, or the whole family as a whole has to split that. I'm assuming each individual, but I don't know. I mean, this is the biggest show on TLC, basically, from what I saw yesterday. I think it's the most popular show on TLC still. Or oh my gosh. Wow. That's sick. That is sick. So with all those kids, I mean, based on the budget, where they live, let's assume most case scenario, you desperately need 100 to 150 to support the family. They should be banking so much money. And it seems like, I don't know if that's the case. Woo, doggy. That's a lot of money. Man. Now I was like thinking like season 21, everyone's negotiating. Hey, I'm not gonna do this. You think I'm gonna go through this crap again? You gotta give me $5 million. You want Janelle on there. Hey, yeah. But I wonder if the kids are getting that money too. I saw an interesting cameo, or I think it was a cameo, but something Payton has done. Payton's an interesting character. Oh my gosh. Woo! Crazy. That's crazy. That Cody and Robin stole it all. I believe it to some degree. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but like, why didn't that become a bigger deal, and why wasn't that remedied if that was the case? That's kind of like, I'm always like, okay, so that happened, then why wasn't it fixed? Why wasn't there a court case? Why didn't like why? If we know about that, okay, if you know that, if everyone in the world who's a fan of the show knows that, then it must be true. It must be a fact. So if it's a fact, why wasn't it fixed? Why wasn't it? I don't get it. I don't get how they don't fix that then. If you're stealing money, you have to go to jail or go to court. You can't just, unless, they can have it. Or if that was under the, we trust that they can manage it well kind of a thing. Maybe that's part of it, because I know, but anyway, so what, wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. So the new episode that I watched, the season 9 stuff, there was one little interesting moment that I thought between Christine and Janelle, where they both wanted to take their car for this road trip to the wrestling meet. But yeah, if it's that big of a thing, why wouldn't they go to court? Is just the thing. And I get it. Maybe they're not married, so you have limited legal rights. But still, if they have a joint account that they all share together, you do have some rights. I mean, I'm definitely not a banker, and I'm definitely not a lawyer either. But still, it seems like if you're getting stolen from, because that money that they earned from the show is theirs, even if it's all in a joint account. People sometimes laziness or not wanting to go through court will stop people from getting their rights a lot, because who wants to go to court? But then the flip side is, we live in a world full of people who will sue you for just doing nothing. Oh man. Yeah, but if I get that it was in Cody's name. Yes, this guy's on Judge Judy. That's the mashup. I don't know who suggested it. I forget sometimes because I get a lot of really great comments. Somebody suggested I do a Cody on Love is Blind mashup. And I was thinking about it last night. I was like, that would really be fun, because I want my Sister Wives fans to get interested in Love is Blind and vice versa. But yeah. Well, it's crazy. It is very crazy. Well, I will still say at this stage in the game, it seems like Cody's trying to be a better dad. He does seem to have, be trying, and so I'm interested to see how that goes. I found it kind of ridiculous that he doesn't know how to be a dad to daughters, which is so stupid to me. And Yeah, I believe you. I believe it is true. I just don't understand why, like, whether it's their religion or whether it's because they weren't married. I still don't. Yeah, fans know it. I believe you, and I definitely see that. But I also think fans only know a portion. Fans don't know more than the Browns know, and probably each individual person only knows a percentage of it. It's just that goes back to the whole thing of lying, and it sucks. Like fans don't have access to these like bank records and like receipts and everything. Although they probably have a lot of info. Um, well, I just thought it was one last thing on Christine and Janelle. I thought it was kind of cute and funny that like they both wanted their car, but Janelle didn't want to drive. She just wanted to have the car, and then Christine was like, "I'll take care of it." And Christine goes in there and she tells Janelle, "I'm driving. I want to drive. I want autonomy." And so that was kind of an interesting little inner manipulative moment between Christine and Janelle. That Janelle just didn't care. I feel like if Janelle really wanted to get her way, she would have fought harder, and that's the case for a lot of things with Janelle. I feel, but. Mm, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I see both sides of that, and I'm definitely my mind is open, guys. I am going back now to learn as much as everybody else. I've been studying this family pretty great detail in a different way because I study their mannerisms and stuff, but I also have a huge gap in my knowledge of things. So I don't claim to know everything. Um, oh, okay. Well, that's good. I like that. It's funny. In the very beginning, I kind of thought Mary was my favorite, and then as time goes on, she became so annoying to me. Sorry, um, but we'll see. We'll see how the season goes. I hope these new parodies do well, the season 9 parodies, and I'm going to keep going as long as I have time before the next new season starts. If there is one, I will be working on the back catalog. So I'll be doing season 9 and 10 and to 11, whatever I can. Excuse me, whatever I can get done. Yeah, I know the catfish is a big thing right now. I know. I wish I can't jump to season 10, but like it's in my mind that like there's a good opportunity to be doing those. I probably should. If I was really, really smart, I would jump right into season 10, but I can't be going 10, 9, 11, 12, 1, 2. It just like doesn't work. I have like a weird from what I know, I don't know the full catfish story yet, so I can't say. My instinct is based on her distance and her sadness and all that stuff. Um I thought that Mary was legitimately looking for a little something online. Whether someone was pulling puppet strings or not, Mary was still involved in going into those types of chats. That's what I think. But again, I don't know the story. I've heard Kendra mention a lot, so it's interesting. All right, so that's pretty much where I'm at with this. This is where we are. I'm going to be posting the new season 9 parody soon this week, and I got lots of other stuff coming. 90 Day Love is Blind. And I've got an audition tomorrow. I told you guys it's for a new play that will go out of town, and I've got dental crap going on, which is fun. And probably I should wrap this up because I really do need to work on practicing, and then I have to go to the dentist later, a different dental thing. So I have a crown. I got a crown put in on an old tooth, but they left the nerves in it because they're like, oh, you probably don't have to do the root canal. But I've had it for 2 months and I can't chew on it. It's like a lot of pain, so I might have to get a root canal through the crown, like on like almost an emergency basis, guys. It sucks. I've had root canal before. It's not fun, but to have it done through a crown and like I can't chew on my left molars and I have like pain in my ear. I mean, there's like a little swollen gland over here too. I don't know if that's from it. It's probably from it. So that's my story. I got to deal with all this crap. I'm going to get it. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Excuse me. Guys, thank you for stopping by. You are lovely souls. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for being with me. If you guys are members, I appreciate it. If you're not members, I still appreciate you for commenting and being a supporter. I have great people. Ooh, the birds are out. The blue jays are total freaking dinosaurs. They sound like raptors. The blue jays are all over. Goes back to drinking from a hose. I missed that. I don't get that reference. I missed the reference there. But anyways, guys, like I said, I think that's it. I think I covered it. Anybody has the ability to become a member, please become a member. Watch the back catalog. Watch a couple videos today. The channel it's like fluctuates. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And I need the views. It helps because if you watch a video and then you watch the next one, that like tells YouTube like, oh, people are interested in this today. So oh yeah, yeah. Maybe we needed that. Maybe maybe I should just suck on the hose for a couple of days, and that'll cure my tooth. I put a tea bag back there. I've been doing all sorts of weird stuff trying to fix it, but none of those things are probably good enough anymore. Here I am with my weird red lips. Did they get any better? I'm a freak. I'm a freak of nature now. It's over. All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to wrap it up. You're the best. Watch some videos. Have an awesome day. And at least we know that we can be, yeah, I did some salt. That's true. I did a little salt water. I could do more salt water. That's too. I love salt. I love doing saltwater gargles. It's like one of my, for my singing stuff, but I didn't think of that this week. Good call. Thank you. V-Ball, Melissa, you guys are the best for hanging with me and chatting with me today. And everybody else who stopped by and watched, you're the best too. And if you watch the replay, feel free to drop some comments below. Keep the conversation going. And like I said, if you guys enjoy this like sister wives chat thing, like maybe we could do it once a week or so, as long as time allows. But either way, you guys are the best. Signing off for now. Bye-bye. Thanks, guys.